Inktober 2021 is right around the corner. Are you ready? With my supplies and my plan to do some pre-sketches and my Inktober list, I have already decided I am going to finish. Hi, Maria here with myartpixie.com, and in today's video, I am going to share with you the supplies I'm going to use, my plan to pre-sketch, and share with you the themed list that I have prepared this year for Inktober. I can't wait to share with you my new theme, but first, meet me at my desk so we can talk about supplies. All right, so I'm going to start with the supplies that I'm going to use and kind of tell you how I'm going to travel with all of this and everything like that. So what I typically do is take everything with me whenever I leave my house. I never know if I'm going to run into a situation where I may need to do like my inking outside of the home. So I always plan and prepare to take everything with me and make it travel friendly. I think this has helped me. Maybe it will help you too, but let me just show you a few things that I'm definitely going to use. So let's start with the pens. So I do use the Pigma Sakura Micron pens. They're the fine line set, and this one here I picked up at Hobby Lobby. You can see the tag is still on there. It was $19.99. I always try to use a coupon or try to catch whenever they have sales, and I'm not trying to plug Hobby Lobby. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Michael's or any other art store that you have locally. But this is what I use, and I like this set. I always start with the fresh set every year for Inktober. It gives me a great excuse to get new pens, but also I know that they are brand new and that they're going to ink very well, and they haven't been, the fibers that are on the end of the pen haven't been tugged or pulled or anything like that. So this starts with the 0.5. Here, I'll put it up closer. 0.5. Then you've got your 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. And 8 is your biggest size, of course. It's going to give you the thickest markings. I love the variety so that I can add the variety in my illustrations. Typically, I use the 0.3 the most. I find that to be my happy medium, and then I kind of move outward from there, just depending on what kind of mark that I want to make. Another thing that I always have on hand are erasers, and I went ahead and picked up a new pack of erasers too. This is the Prismacolor Premier. It's got the kneaded eraser, the gum eraser, and then the plastic eraser, which I already have one of those. I actually, this is a set that I buy often and kind of keep it on hand and make sure that I take some with me as well. So make sure that you have a eraser with you, and then obviously a pencil. Now this is preference choice. You can get into fancy pencils and things like that. I typically don't, but I do like mechanical pencils as opposed to like a regular pencil that you can use. But it's a preference. You totally can use what you want, but I do make sure that I always have a pencil on hand. Okay, so I talked about this in my other videos, but I do pre-cut all of my Bristol vellum paper down to size. It's 4.5 by 6. I use my printer and I scan them into my computer, and then I upload them to make my coloring books. So this works better for me than a sketchbook. If you have a sketchbook, of course, then that's what you're going to want, and that's what you're going to want to take with you wherever you go. So I just included one to show that you can do either or. That's totally fine. It's just a preference, and that's the reason I use the Bristol vellum paper. Well, I mean, I love Bristol vellum paper, but I use it also so that I can scan it into my computer to make my coloring books, which is my end goal for Inktober. I do make sure that I have a pencil case or pencil pouch, or however you want to say that. This one, I love Chase Your Dreams, especially because of the theme that I'm going to go with this year. You'll see in just a minute. But I do carry a lot of my fine liners. I always have a small ruler with me. I make sure that I have a pencil. See, here's another one that is just like a kid's pencil. No big deal. And then I always make sure that I have, you know, my other pens and things that I may use as well. But down here at the bottom, I do have my Micron pens that I typically use. And of course, with this year, I'll open up my fresh pack of Micron pens to add to my pencil case. But I put my pencil and my eraser in there, and I just make sure that I have everything I'm going to need with me as I go out and about my day. So here's my Erin Condren, and this is what I use on a daily basis to take kind of track all of my projects that I'm doing, and I've got my calendar and everything like that. So I'm going to just show you, this is May, okay, so not October. My October is totally filled up. But just to show you, it has this great spread, and then it has kind of this page that you can plan and everything like that, and then it has all of these blank pages that you can work on different projects and stuff like that. So I chose to use this. I actually have a video, I'll link it below, that goes into more detail about the Erin Condren. The other reason I loved this was because it has a pocket in the back, and I like to take the papers with me. I like to keep them all together so I can put them in that pocket in the back there, and then I can take this with me when I go out and about. I did share that I do put all of my Inktobers into an iToya folder. So when I am done with that drawing for that day, I will slide them into my new iToya folder as well. So that is kind of an extra, but that's an extra for me. Not everybody's going to need that or want that, but that's what I do with my Inktobers once I'm done with them and I have a safe place to store them. So that's everything that I use for Inktober. Okay, so now I would like to introduce to you my theme for this year. I'm so excited. My theme for this year is dream catchers. I'm so excited about this theme. I have been wanting to do this for quite some time. So this is my brown paper sketchbook, and I have worked a lot in this, but in 2018 I sketched out a dream catcher, and I used my Micron pens, my Signa gel white and also gold to add some accents to it. But I just loved how this turned out, and it was so fun to make. So I decided that I would do my own sheet of ideas for dream catchers this year. So as you can see, I've got all 31 days. Here are some examples. I've got dream, feathers, daisies, stars, macrame. On day 17, I have floral, ribbons, and tassels. I have tree, moon, rainbow, and so many more. So if you are interested in the full list, go catch my link below and you can see the full list and follow along with me. But yes, I'm so excited. Dream catchers, woohoo! This is the first year I've created a list to go along with it. Here I'll give you like a close-up of my dream catcher here. And so yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I just want to include that every year I seem to work off of some kind of inspiration, and so I always look at my past art and kind of see what kinds of things I would like to do for my coloring books. And this year I decided to go back to this and do dream catchers. I hope you guys like the theme too. Again, if you want to pick up the full list, go to the link below and grab it today. So as I draw, I just want to share a little bit about myself for those of you who don't know me. So I am an artist and illustrator, and I have been working as an artist and illustrator for over 15 years, and I do a lot of pen and ink, watercolor, and mixed media. Those are my main go-tos. I do, for mixed media, I use a lot of acrylic and then inks, chalkboard paint, gouache, and all kinds of things that I just kind of build up in some of those pieces as well. I do plan on sharing some of those techniques and things on this channel in the future. I did go to school for art and graphic design, and so I took several classes like ceramics and photography and painting and printmaking, and I took videography classes and all kinds of things. And while I was at school, I was introduced to some graphic design, and we did a lot of hands-on design, but then we switched into Photoshop and Illustrator and those kinds of Adobe programs as well. But even though I have a background in graphic design, I always have a tendency to go back to fine art and the hands-on art. I absolutely love it. So that's what I hope to share with you on this channel, and my hope is to inspire your creativity. So just to share a little bit of my personal background, I am from Indiana. I was born in Illinois, and I live in a small town on the northern part of Indiana, and I would say that I probably claim Illinois and Indiana. I am definitely a Midwestern girl, and I am a mom of 4 kids, although they're not kids anymore. I have 2 that are out of high school, and I have 2 that are in high school. So I'm sure I will talk about them more in the future, but just know they are a huge part of my life. I just wouldn't be the same if I wasn't their mom. So I'm sure that will come up from time to time in this channel. Thanks for watching, and if you would like to get your hands on my new Dream Catchers list for Inktober 2021, just follow the link below and it will take you to my website where you can give me your name and email address and I will send you that list. If you do decide to use my list, which I would just love, make sure that you tag me on Instagram at myartpixie, and I would love to see what you have done. Until next time, bye!